Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new piercing video. And yes, I look a little bit more normal today because no makeup on. Detonating, I know. But I wanted to come on today and do a video that has been requested so highly in the last couple of days. Well, actually, the last week, to be honest. Ever since I've had it done, this has been requested to do an update. So today I'm going to be giving an update on my nipple piercing and talking all of the questions that have been asked since, obviously getting it done. It's been about 5 weeks now, so just over a month. So the first main question I've had was, how painful was it? It really wasn't actually that, it really wasn't that bad. I think when you hype something up so much to a stage where you're literally terrified, it's almost like a letdown. I know it sounds weird to say that, but the pain, it really wasn't that bad. The jewelry going in was definitely more painful than the piercing itself, but I mean, it literally was so quick, instant, and it was gone. This is actually what it does look like at the moment. It literally looks flawless. Don't be too scared getting this done, because it isn't actually as bad as what people make out. And I know everyone feels pain differently, but I was told that I would literally almost pass out because it was so painful. And no. So for the second main question is, how has the aftercare gone? I don't really know how to explain to you this. And I've never, ever experienced this with a piercing in my life. It honestly felt like it was fully healed 2 days later. And I know that seems absolutely ludicrous. It didn't swell. It was never sore. It never oozed. It never ever had crust around the outside. It hasn't throbbed. It hasn't ached. It was like my body just gone, you were clearly meant to have this done. Thanks, bish. And I know people's bodies react differently to different things, but to be this easy and this well adjusted and healed so quickly is weird. And that's weird for anyone. I don't know why I have been chosen by the piercing gods to be fabulous. How have you adjusted to this new piercing? I was so terrified when I went to bed the first night because I do move quite a lot in my sleep. I sort of roll over and things. Any future boyfriends, what a good idea to sleep in the same bed as me because I am a nuisance, bish. I was in bed and I was really scared that every time I turn over, to my left side, that I would, hurt myself or roll onto it or something. I was really terrified. So I was purposely trying to stay on the other side. I did knock it once or twice in bed on the first couple of days, and it was a tiny bit kind of oh, I could feel it. It was never really painful, but it just felt uncomfortable. But now, I can lie on it, and there's no problem whatsoever. I still have a tiny bit of paranoia in my mind though when I do go on that side, that I'm pushing the bar out or something. I do have that bit of paranoia, so I kind of got to get over that. Oh my gosh, guys, one of the things is I was terrified about wearing tight clothing. I was so scared that it'd push against it, and obviously most of my clothing is tight. I'm one of those people that kind of hate wearing anything that's baggy. I like everything to be skin tight, so I was terrified about getting dressed with that because I was like, oh no, it's gonna put pressure on it, and I'm really sad. But again, it's been perfect. One thing that I've been so terrified for, and it's happened once, I knew it was gonna happen once, is I've got one of those pink fruity shower loofah things that, you rub your body with, and I caught it, about a week ago, I caught my nipple piercing inside one of the little tiny holes, and it pulled it. Now that did hurt. And oh my gosh, okay, so I don't think that has anything to do with the fact that it's a fresh piercing. I think even if it is fully healed and you do that, it's still going to hurt. That was definitely an experience I don't want to go through again. Also, when it comes to drying my body as well, I have made when I'm drying myself with a towel, I have accidentally pulled on it with the towel. Another thing that's been really weird as well is when I'm spraying on deodorant, I have to put my hand over the nipple, and then sort of if I'm spraying a body or whatever, I spray there and then take my hand off, because the first time I did it, the first day I had it done, I was spraying deodorant, and then the deodorant kind of went into the piercing and made it quite sore. Do I have any regrets? The only thing, oh my gosh, the only thing I regret, and I know people are gonna shout at me, people will tell me off because I didn't listen to them, and I was like, no, don't be so stupid, I'll be fine. It's the fact that I didn't get both done within 2 days of having my left one done. I was looking in the mirror and getting dressed, and I was just like, why didn't I get the other one done? I will be getting my right nipple pierced very soon as well, because literally I can't go much longer. It's so weird that you look at that you don't, for me now, I don't feel right not having both done. It was almost like I always should have had them both done, it was just stupid for me not to. Can this piercing reject? I don't actually know completely if it does or not. There's so many conflicting opinions online. I actually saw some recently, and I spoke about my nipple piercing, and they said theirs rejected from their body, and their body pushed it out, and so many people say that it doesn't, and I didn't know too much if it was or it would or wouldn't. So I'm not sure completely. I think I'm gonna be okay. The fact that it's been so like brilliant with the healing, I don't think it is gonna reject. I've read so many conflicting things online that I don't really know the actual answer to it. Do you have any extra pros and cons? So one thing that I have noticed since having it done is my nipple is slightly more like it protrudes out more than it did before. That's obviously because you've got a bar underneath it. And again, because of what I said about tight clothing, like when I do wear something tight now, you can kind of see my nipple through it a little bit more than you used to. I don't feel like my sensitivity in it has changed. I feel like a lot of people were telling me as well that it can heighten your sensitivity in your nipple area. But for me, to be honest, like nothing really has changed. I'm just playing my nipple on camera. Fetish videos coming soon. It's been the easiest piercing I've ever had, and it's to me that just seems crazy because I always thought it was gonna be literally the most detonating thing I'd ever go through, but it's actually like been fine, and I'm just so happy. So yes, please comment down below, guys, if you do have any more questions regarding this piercing. Make sure you hit that like button because it's really help me out, and subscribe if you are brand new to my channel. I do videos every single week regarding a whole variety of topics. I haven't said that in a long time. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you can become the notification squad and be fabulous and all that stuff. And yeah.